So as music makers, we're all trying to find new ways to make money with our music. And for the past couple of years, I've been trying to help you guys and girls with that, finding new side hustles that you can turn into an income for your music. On this channel, we do touch a lot on stuff like beat making and freelance services, but there is another income which has not been discussed enough on the channel, and I want to discuss more in this video, because especially if you're a music artist or someone who makes a lot of music, this is something that could be a very good income for you, either on the side, or if 100% dedicated, could even be a part-time to full-time income down the line. Now, what we're talking about today is in fact stock music licensing and music licensing in general, and more specifically today, we're talking about Motion Array. Now, I've done previous videos on Motion Array on how you can sign up, and this video is a little bit of an update of how much I've earned after being on Motion Array for a decent amount of time to see the actual cause and effect of uploading your music on there to the amount you earn. But if you're unaware of Motion Array, let's just do a quick recap of what Motion Array is and why it could make more money with your music. So firstly, Motion Array is a stock music licensing site, but it's not just music, it is also photos, videos, effects, a lot of different things. But as this is a music channel, we are just talking about the music side of licensing today. Now, the interesting thing about Motion Array is it's really taking the world by storm at the moment. You've probably seen the adverts everywhere on YouTube, and if you haven't, let me tell you, they're really trying to make a case for themselves as a really good platform for video content creators. So if you upload your music onto this site, you can imagine that your music may be getting used in videos for YouTube or for TV trailers, or even maybe film or TV series scores. So you just want to keep that in mind, because that is what this website is about. Now, as for me, what sort of content am I uploading onto here? Well, Motion Array is a site that you have to submit some music to be able to be accepted to start uploading music onto the platform and to start earning money. Now, for me, I'm a beat maker. I've made lo-fi beats in the past, and I've done artist projects as well as writing scores for other stock music licensing sites. So I had a couple of different avenues that I could go down when it came to submitting music for their platform. Considering all the music I make, they were actually interested in my Spotify tracks. Now, this is why this could be really interesting, especially for music artists if you want to make more money with your music. How it works is you submit the music to Motion Array, and then they will license the music out, and then you get a commission on any licenses that are given out to the song. So you still own the song, and you still own the right to the songs, especially if you got up on Spotify, and you will still get royalties, and your royalties will not be affected. But see this as another income where you're giving Motion Array the permission to give out licenses for people to download and use your music, and in return they give you commission payments, so you're earning extra money. Now, just a quick one, if you're wondering the sort of music I make, I actually make pop music. Now, this won't affect the sort of music that you've got to submit, because again, Motion Array is interested in all kinds of music, but just for me, my pop / indie pop music was what was interesting to them. I do have 1,000 monthly listeners, which I wouldn't say is a lot, but it's not too bad. But that has no bearing on whether they accept you or not. They do not mind about how many streams your songs have got, and it doesn't matter how many monthly listeners you've got. What they're actually interested is about the music content. So if you do believe in the music content and you think it's to a high quality, then make sure you submit it, because my first bit of advice is you do need to focus on uploading your highest quality content first in order to be accepted, because you've got to make a good first impression. Okay, so let's have a quick look at my profile here on Motion Array. So as you can see here, there's actually a thing about followers as well. I've got 10 followers, but for me that doesn't really mean so much. What we're focused on here is actually the content. You want to be focused on uploading good quality content constantly to Motion Array, because it's going to get accepted, and then that's how it's going to get downloads. And this is what the platform looks like. This is my profile here and all the songs that I've uploaded here. But recently I've actually started writing and making songs just specifically for Motion Array, so these songs actually are on Spotify. How I've liked to do it is, if I can give an example here, this is one of my tracks here. This is only 1 minute 36, and it is a verse, pre-chorus, chorus with a little fade out ending. Very simple productions, but stuff that could be used in TV adverts or in snippets of film scores. So you don't just have to write full songs, because this way you could get more content up onto your platform. Okay, now I'll give you the rundown. You probably want to know how much I've actually earned from doing all this effort over the past couple months, because we started on Motion Array in September of 2023, and we're now in January of 2024. So how much have I earned in this time? So in this time, I've uploaded 34 tracks onto Motion Array. Most of them are songs with vocals, but I managed to slip in a couple of lo-fi tracks from a previous project I did. But if I'm being honest, Motion Array didn't actually accept most of my lo-fi tracks, because lo-fi, apparently, according to them, is something that's quite oversaturated on their market. But if you're a lo-fi person, it's still worth submitting your music, because you might have something in the lo-fi niche that they don't have yet. Anyway, it's not just about lo-fi. And if we look at the statistics, I'm going to run you through what they all mean in a second, but the overview so far is I've had 1,359 downloads in this time. We're again with 34 assets on the marketplace, and we've made $310 in accumulated earnings. If you're one of my friends from the UK, then that means it's £244.94. Now, I actually think this is a grand success, because not only is this a side hustle we're just starting up, but that is by far way more than I've earned in any royalty streaming payments to date from my music that I've got up on Spotify. So that in itself is a great success. The cool thing as well, you can always see active effectively how many people are downloading your assets. So for example, so far this month I've made $10 and someone actually downloaded it an hour ago. And how the payments actually work on Emotion Array is basically the more downloads you get, the more you're going to get paid in royalty earnings. So you can see the levels here. You got level 1, so 0 to 20 downloads, you get 10% of the royalty earnings. Level 2 goes up to 15 when you get over 20 to 120. When you get over 120, then it's 20%. And you can see as it goes up, the more downloads you get, the more royalty payments you get. Now, you might be wondering how hard is it to actually go up these rankings? Well, most months I tend to get to level 4 at the very least, where you get the 25%, and the amount of earnings does start to skyrocket. So it's a little bit disheartening for the first part of the month because you get stuck in this really low figure and you think it's not going to go up, but then towards the end of the month it does. Also, we just had Christmas as well, which meant it was a very quiet period, and it's been a very slow start to January because not everyone's making content straight at the start of the year, unlike me making this video. So again, it's been a slow start to the year, so I'd actually consider this quite a bad start considering we're halfway through the month and we've only earned $10. Normally we're on about $15-20 by this point, and an average month for me is about $80 to $90, I would say. If we take a close look at previous months, you can see in November we made $78 in earnings. October we actually made $125, and in September we made $106. And in August, you see, I'd only just started right at the end of the month. We got 6 downloads and didn't earn anything, but that's fine. Now, what's really cool as well is every month you can track which tracks are performing best as well, so you can see what sort of content you want to be uploading. You've got your most profitable assets, top downloads, and most trending assets, so you can use this information how you will to adjust the sort of content that you make for Motion Array. So there you have it. That is how much I have earned to date on Motion Array, and I've been using this account now for 3 to 4 months, and I would say $310. If you divide that by 4, you roughly get about $70 to $80 on average that we have earned a month, which as a side income is very good, especially if you have the content pre-ready to go. And that is the last bit of advice I will give you. If you want to get into this, don't rush straight into submitting any music now, because you want to prepare a little portfolio of your best work. You're going to submit 5 tracks and make sure it's the best quality work you can do, because after that then you can start submitting tracks which maybe aren't your best work but could get accepted. But you got to get your foot in the door first, and you got to make sure you got a plan for the sort of content you want to make. If you want to churn out a track every single day, if you want to churn out a track every other day, I'm making about 2 tracks a week and uploading. At the moment, I'm aiming to have about 5 to 10 pieces of content every month for Motion Array because I've got other things to do, but this could be a very good income for you. So if you are looking to make more money with your music, why not check out Motion Array? Yeah, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, and make sure you smash the subscribe button as the best way to support the channel, and make sure you never miss another video like this. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.